Hello everyone, my name is Charina Peña and today I'm going to be talking about the book that I selected that is Mactic. Before talking about the book, we have to take in account some facts. Mactic is a novel that was written by Frank Norris in 1899 and the book has a film that has the same name and it was released in 1916 and also it has an adapted opera directed by William Bolcon in 1992. McTeague was considered to be the first great portrait in American literature of an acquisitive society. So here we have the summary of this book, and I'm going to try to um, tell the summary as short as possible. We have that McTeague is a dentist that he worked in a dentist shop on Paul Street in San Francisco. He has he has this best friend that is Marcus Collin, who brings his cousin to McTeague in order that he fix her teeth. And we have to take in account that Marcus wanted to marry Trina. But here is the deal. McTeague, when he was fixing her teeth, he fell in love with Trina. At first, she was like a little bit strange because it was the first time that she saw the man, and immediately he was confessing his love to her, and she was a bit scared. McTeague talked with Marcus, that is his best friend, and he told him that his feelings for Trina. And what Marcus did, that I think that it was a very, they had a very deep friendship that he did that, is that he stepped aside and he decided that McTeague tried to make Trina fall in love with him. So he would have them, I think, try his bed. He visited Trina family, and then they fell in love by a kiss. Before marrying, Trina won a lottery, and he won $5,000. In that moment, Marcus was a little bit upset, and he started having feelings against McTeague because he said to him that the money that Trina gained, uh, that money should be uh, to him. It's like he was telling McTeague that he stole that money that he couldn't have because he didn't marry Trina. So they married. Uh, Trina family decided to move away from San Francisco. So basically, McTeague and Trina stayed together. But Trina didn't want it to waste the money that she gained in the lottery. So that's why she decided to invest the money with, I think that it was with an uncle, and they decided to live with the money that McTeague gained from the dentist, the investment, um, some other money that Trina was winning from another part. And we have here that Trina started to accumulate money. She didn't want to touch that money, even though at first she said that the investment they weren't going to use it. And uh, McTeague and Marcus' friendship was decreased because of the jealousy that Marcus had uh, f- to McTeague and Trina. And that's here that he lives um, the place because he couldn't accept the he uh, didn't have Trina. And before leaving, he demand McTeague to the policy because McTeague didn't have he didn't have an academic degree of being a dentist. He just was a dentist without a certification, and he did it in revenge because of that. So basically, their lives start to uh, face a decrease because McTeague couldn't give money to them anymore to the marriage. So Trina didn't want to give part of the money that she was gaining because of the investment. So that's why McTeague started getting angry because of that. And he started hurting Trina. In a part of the book, it talks about he started biting her fingers. And then in a moment, McTeague stole all the money and he abandoned Trina with all the money. After that, Matic came back because he lost all the money that he stole, and Trina didn't want to give him more money. So basically, Matic killed Trina, and he escaped to the desert. Um, in that place, he and Marcus had a fight, and McTeague killed Marcus, but he died because of this dehydration. So this is the end of this kind of tragical history. So here we have that the principal characters are McTeague. McTeague is the principal, Marcus that is McTeague best friend and Trina cousin, and Trina that used to she was going to marry Marcus, but then she married McTeague. And the principal topic that this history has is the couple courtship and marriage and their subsequent descent into poverty and violence as the result of jealousy and greed. So basically, it was because of greed, because of the accumulation of money, and they didn't want to share the money, especially Trina, and that was the main reason why Matic and Trina had this uh, fatalical end. And here we have that the environment, at first the story talks about the marriage, and that's the kind of a contradictory part of the history because at first the history was happy, was talking about the marriage of Trina and McTeague and how they uh, get married, but then the history started to get hostile and jealousy was the main topic of their marriage and the avarice, and mentioning even violence. That was the reason why it had this tragical end. And the anti-values are hate and jealousy. And the final comments, what I can say about the story is that it was a little bit surprising because the change of the environments, how it started with happy marriage and then violence and then jealousy made that um, this marriage get broken, and that's what happens in a lot of families in nowadays. And money and jealousy is one of the reason why there is a lot of violence in families. And it was, even though it was written a long time ago, it still talks about a situation that is happening these days. So I really like that. I really like that the fact that he explained uh, the real thing about jealousy and about having this situation with money, that wanted more money, wanted to conserve money, not to give it to family in order to have a better life. So that's what I can say about this history. This is all for my part. Thank you so much for your attention, and I hope that you can that you could understand a little bit about this history that is a real situation that's happening nowadays. Thank you so much.